fury and finesse, teasing us, testing us, and now excited and, as if both gates had flown open, keep up, keep focused. And what about hypocrisy? Not him, no, but it's on my mind. No, listen, not a note out of place, nothing hypocritical here. Yes, truth, and you can hear it. A reprieve. He's romancing us. It feels good. Good to know this bouncy bit of romance exists. And the contemplative is always hovering. Follow the finger, its print, etched in winter's frost, its harmonic twists and flourish at peace with summer. So, back to hypocrisy. We're surrounded. Think of clerics and priests and rabbis. Do as I say, as it is written, not as I do. Careful, this business. Lead by example. Not so you'd notice, ain't always the best advice. And to be certain, there's a woman on the terrace and coffee percolating. Never assume. There's truth, and then there's the untainted truth. Think furious, determined, and uncompromised. Merry Trump. Yes. Shh. Quiet. Wait. Here's where we stop. Meditate on miracles, on treachery, on triumph. There's opportunity for relief, release, and reverence. For each moment of trepidation, there are hours of risk and reward. Action, a stillness, overpowers. Welcome to the alternative. Listen, there's a guide here, trusted, determined, and powerful. This is when you run with the evidence and a clear view of the valley, mountains, and the sea, beckoning, as if in pairs, or better yet, alone. Discovery allows experimentation, encourages it, open to the wind, in your face, to the coaxed prescription, privacy, or morality, a light. Careful, quiet now. You can never be too careful. Alternate, 1 foot forward, 1 step to the right, and now the left. See, you can dance to it. Twirl and tuck and twist and turn, and before you know it, it's before the music dies, before hateful decisions corrupt. There is sanctity in a peaceful sleep. Trust again your thirst for upending immorality, as practiced by the masters and the mistresses. This peace may not last. Listen, he's toying with his soul, knows the how and the when, and now the why, delights and propels him, and you and me. The question, should you choose to ask, when is pacify not a command worth debating? There are those who would tear down and those who fight to build up. There are sides to choose and actions to take. Ask, are you ready? Could you act if the act demanded release or even violence? There are times blood will run in the streets. Careful, he's not in the mood. In fact, it's not his way, or yours, for that matter. How do I know? One can tell. It's the aura, like a halo scanning the body, a giveaway. Don't be shy. That is not a bad fact. Reconciliation, that's a mouthful, I know. Make time for the ship to weather its inevitable storm. Eventually, there must be harmony, although maybe brief, maybe not. We've come this far, to this time to rebuild what's been decimated. History demands participation, wills it. The planet turns, life rises, life falls, birth and death. Some may not live to see. Some may slide by like a boy on a skateboard. Nothing matters. Listen how much it matters to him. Hear it? Ah, if only he were here to play for us today. And yet, maybe, some facts may never matter. And that's your cue. Rise up, take the reins, whisper in the horse's ear, we will sustain what is right, and our privilege, our birthright, our heritage, our gift for which we are eternally responsible. Never fear. Remember that quote, fear itself. He knows and has risen above it. Those lonesome moments in a woman's life, a man's life. Of course, love may be fleeting, but savor it. There's excitement here between the beginning and the end. Some say life, some suggest no matter, fleeting. There are always those pessimistic romantics. Perfection, as we've all learned, is not possible. Change, the fact and the curse. For some, a relief. Others, torture. If it were good enough for you've heard it before, seen it in action, watched it ripped apart, watched it being repaired. Wear this. When there is a choice, make it. Not from fear, not from prejudice, not from ignorance, not from privilege, not from greed, not. You get it. Good counsel includes passion, dedication, education, balance, and perspective. Trust the common good. And like the maestro, take your time to search for joy. In those recurring opportunities, those, count 'em, they make up the crucibles we call our lives. To ignore responsibility is to abdicate. You might as well move. Yes, that's right. This is the only planet we know that bears our conception of life. So much for abdication. Or would you rather sink in the mire of stupidity that arises when there is no objective assessment, no balance, no one willing to confront the accompanying desolation, destitution, and despair. Yes, he made his way, tortured, denied, and alone. A renaissance of spirit is in the music. Hear it? Hear him? Survival takes many forms. The survivor bears the burden. Freedom can seem a curse, or it can be a blessing. This is done for himself and for you too. The argument is internal. It manifests in many ways. You can hear it so clearly, yes, and here we are to reap his emotionally stirring, inspiring, and enriching reward, his gift, unequivocal, enduring,